Hi, my name is Yang Li. I'm explaining the question from College Board SAT test, test number 8. Okay, we started with the section 3, and for all the math questions, and I will try to explain all the questions for the whole test from 1 to 8. We started with 8 backwards. All right. And you can find the material from the College Board SAT book, or you can find it at the website. Okay, so you can see the this website here, this one, just a website here, this one. This one will be used for, you can find all the tests from this website. Okay, now let's go to the number 1 now. The question is this: 3x plus x plus x plus x minus 3 minus 2 equals 7 plus x. In the equation above, what is the value of x? When we do this one, the first thing first is this. We need to simplify the equation on both sides of the equation here, the left and the right here. So we simplify. That's the first step to solve all the equations. So 3x plus all those x will be 6x. And then get a minus -2 minus -3 minus 2 is -5, where equals to 2x plus 7. And then from here, you can do transfer. After you simplify both sides of the equation, you need to do transfer. Okay, so when you do transfer, you add by 5 on both sides. I try to move the numbers to the right side, so to be balanced, so you have to add by 5 on the right side. So after that, you will get 6x equals to 2x plus 12. Now I'm going to move the x term from the right side to the left side. So I have minus 2x and minus 2x. So after I do that, so 4x here equals to 12. And then I divide it by 4, divided by 4. So x will be equals to 3. So that's why D is the answer. Okay. Okay, let's go to the question number 2. Number 2, they said here, number 2 here is the graph above shows the distance traveled D in feet by a product on the conveyor's belt m minutes after the product is placed on the belt. Which of the following questions correctly relates D and M? The D representing the vertical axis, that's y-axis, and then the time M representing the horizontal axis. They're trying to build up the relationship or function of these two. So the line, this is the function of the line here. So we can see that this one, the y-intercept is 0. Because the y-intercept is 0, so we will see that what? Let's look at here. This, the choice C and D is out of option because they have y-intercept is 2 here. See here? You got 2 there. So that's not the choice. So the only choice is going to be from either A or B. And then let's use the graph here to find the slope first. Okay? So let's look at the slope. What's the definition of slope? So we can see that the slope equals what? Rise over run, right? So rise equals what? Rise is the vertical motion here. So I'm going to use this point here, from here to here, okay? So from here, rise, we go up here. See, this is the rise. Rise is what? 2 units. So I put 2 here. Over the run. The run is a horizontal motion. Go to here, which is 1. So I got a 1 there. So it will equals what? The 2. So slope is 2. So you can see here, this is 2 here. That's the slope. Match with the A. So the A is the answer. All right. So let's go to, okay, let's go to the number 3 now, okay? They said the formula below is often used by project managers to compute E, the estimated time to the complete a job, where O is the shortest completion time, P is the longest completion time, and M is the most likely completion time. So they have what? E equals Q plus 4M plus P over the 6. They ask you which of the following correctly give the P in terms of EOM. Like this kind of question, right? Normally, since we're doing the math problem, so we do not need to pay too much attention to what's the variable representing here for this question, because they just ask you to determine what's the P in terms of the EOM. So what we need to do is this. Let me get this. So we need time both sides by 6. Time both sides by 6. Okay? If you time by 6, you cancel. So you will get what? 6E equals to O plus 4M plus P. You got that, right? So, and then what you need to do is just solve the P out. To solve the P out, we need to move this one. So I got a minus O on the side, right side of the equation, and a minus O on the right side of the equation. I'm doing transfer to move the O from the right side of the equation to the left side. So I will have here is 6E minus O equals what? 4M and the plus P, right? And then we're going to continue to the transfer. I'm going to move the 4M from the right side to the left side. So I minus 4M and the minus 4M. So after that, I will get what? 6E minus 0 minus 4M equals to the P. So that's the answer. We will find out the P in terms of EOM. So look at the choices here. We can see that P equals 6E minus O minus 4S. So this is A is the answer for this one. All right. So let's move on. Go to the next question now. The number 5. The number 5, they said what? Here, they said the width of rectangular dance floor is W feet, and the length of the floor is 6 feet longer than its width. which of the following express the perimeter in feet of the dance floor in terms of W? So first we try to put the graph here first, okay? So we can illustrate this case. We have the width of the rectangular dance is F, and the length is 6 longer than the width. So we can go like this. Suppose this is the dance floor, and then this one is W, and this one is what? W plus 6. That's the length, right? So the length equals, see, they told you that here. The length of the floor is 6 feet longer than the width. So they ask you to express the perimeter. We know perimeter should be equal to what? Equals to W plus 6 and plus this W, and then we time by what? 2, right? Because this one is W plus 6, this one is W plus 6. You have 2 W plus 6 there. And then this one is W, and this one's W. This is W. So that would be 2W. So that's why you have what? Here, simplify further. 2x plus 6 times by 2. So you will have 4x plus 12. So 4x plus 12 will be the answer here. So B is the answer. All right. So let's go to number 5 now here. So number 5. So let's go to number 5 here. Oh, this is 5. We did number 4 now here. We'll do number 4 here. Okay, the number 4, they said here, in the figure above, RT equals to TU. So they gave you this here. They gave you RT is this one. They told you this one, RT, right? And equals what? TU. They got this one here. That's equal. And what is the value of the x? They're looking for this one. Okay? Because when you see the triangle RTS, if you have 2 sides equal, so that's isosceles triangle. If this is isosceles triangle, we know that this angle, they're equal. So we said this way as angle U, this two equal, so we put it as what? Angle Y, okay? This is Y. So this one also the angle Y. So we know that, look at the triangle RTU, okay? You look at the triangle RTU right now. 3 angles of triangle add together should be what? How many degrees? Right? 3 angle triangle. So this one. So when you have this one, add this one, and add this one should be 180 degrees, right? So let me write it down first, okay? So 3 angles of triangle add together is 180. So we have what? Y plus the Y plus 114 equals what? Equals 180 degrees, right? And then the Y plus Y will be 2Y plus 114 equals 180 degrees. And then you minus 114 minus 114. So you will get what? 2Y equals to, that would be 66, right? So this, no, there's 66, yes. And then so you can get what? Y equals what? 33. Okay, after you got y equals 33, you can see this is 33, this is 31, and this angle x. X equals the exterior angle of the triangle. Of the triangle of what? The triangle of S. It will be triangle SVU. Okay? So this angle is called exterior angle. Equals what? So the x here must be equals what? This angle 31 plus the y is 33, so you will get what? 64. So the answer must be C. Okay, let's look at number 6. Which of the following consists of the y coordinates of all the points that satisfy the system of inequality above? Okay, so when you do this one, you think about it here. This is 2x minus 1. So I can, from the second inequality, we can get what? 2x greater than 5, right? And then you can minus 1 first on both sides. So you will get 2x minus 1 greater than 4. So when you see 2x minus 1 is greater than 4, so you can substitute this one. You substitute this one, okay, back to the first inequality here. So if you do that, you will have what? Y is greater than, because 2x minus 1 is greater than 4. So that means what? This one also greater than 4. Because y is greater than 2x minus 1. And the 2x minus 1 greater than 4. By transitive, you can see y must be greater than 4. So that's why the B is the answer. Right? Okay. Let's move on, go to number 6. So when you go number 6, we go number 7 now here. We go next page, number 7. Okay? Number 7. Number 7, they have square root 2x plus 6 plus 4 equals to x plus 3. What is the solution set of the equation above? To this kind of question, always first step will be what? Try to isolate the 2x on the square root part, okay? Let me just put the question here first. So the square root 2x plus 6 plus 4 equals to x plus 3. Now, isolate the square root part. That's the key, okay? So you minus 4 on both sides. So what happens? You cancel this 2. So you will get a square root 2x plus 6 equals to x minus 1. And then both sides you try to square to get rid of the square root sign, okay? So you will get what? 2x plus 6 equals to x minus 1 squared. Now you need to do like simplify now, okay? So I break this one down, So I will have, so I put the work here, okay? I put the work here. So we're gonna have what? 2x plus 6 equals to, when you break this one down, you will get x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now, Next step will be what? You're gonna be move all the 2x and the 6 on the right side, okay? So you're gonna have what? Minus 2x, minus 2x, and then minus 6 on the left, and then minus 6 on the right, okay? So after I do that, okay, and let me put the work on this side of the space here, okay? So after I do that, the left side will be 0. And the right side, you're going to have what? X squared minus 4x and minus 5. All right? So you can use the FOIL to solve this equation. So you got this is 0 here. And this one, you can get what? X, this is the x here. So this is minus 5, and this one should be plus 1. Because this for you here, this is negative 5 times x and negative 5x, and this is x times 1 is a positive x, add together is negative 5x. This x times this x will be x squared, and then negative 5 times by 1 is negative 5. So you can get 0 equals x minus 5 times by x plus 1. So if you have two factors timed together equal to 0, by the principle here is this. You're going to have what? X minus 5 equals 0. So from there, you can get what? X equals to 5. And then for the second part here, x plus 1 equals 0. So x will be equals to negative 1. Be careful that even though you solve this equation, but not necessarily both the answers will be the solution for the original equation. Because for this radical sign equation, we have to put the solution back to check which one is good. Maybe both of them are good, maybe one of them are good, maybe none of them are good. So let's check. We'll try the 5 first, okay? 5, put it here. 2 times 5 will be, so let me put it here, okay? I put it here. Square root 2 times 5. I'm doing the checking work now, okay? This is checking. So square root 2 times 5 plus 6. And then plus 4. I'm going to check if this one equals to 5 plus 3. Let's check. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 added by 6 is 16. So you have square root 16 plus 4. That would be 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 equals to 8. So this one also equals to 8. So that's good. So that means 5 is a good answer. Let me put negative 1 in, okay? I put the work somewhere here. Alright, I put it here. So I'm checking. Continue check. So you go by square root. You have square root 2 times by negative 1. And then we plus 4, right? To see if this one equals to negative 1 plus 3. Okay, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. That's not good already. So that's why for this one, definitely is not equal. So that means even though the x equals to negative 1 is a solution, but that's only for the solution of this equation, not for the original one. So that's why the answer is B here. Alright? So that's why the answer is B. Only the 5 is a good one. Okay, let's look at number 8. For number 8, we have fx equals to x cubed minus 9x. and the gx equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to fx over gx for x greater than 3? For this one, first we just put it in, substitute in, right? About like this one here, so we go fx over gx, okay? So we plug in what's the fx? X is what? X cubed minus 9x over x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now when you have this, you can see that you can do the factoring first on the top, okay? This is the top part here. So we can go by what? Take the x out. X is the greatest common factor for the top part. So we take the x out. So x cubed changed to x squared and a minus 9. This is over. We're going to do bottom one. Bottom one, use the FOIL methods, okay? So we can get what? Here. This is the x. So I'm minus 3. And this is the x plus 1, like this. Why? Because this one times this one is negative 3x. This one times this one will be what? Positive x. Negative 3x plus positive x will be negative 2x here. And then negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. And x times x, x squared. So it's a match. Okay? Now, let's move on. We need to continue to simplify this part. This one here, this part, still factorable. All right? So we can change it to, this is the x there, and then this is the x squared minus what? 3 squared. Because number 9 equals 3 squared. And this is the over x minus 3 and x plus 1. So you will get what? You effect this part by using the algebra formula called the difference of 2 squared. So you're going to have x here. So this is the x plus 3 and x minus 3. And over, this one is what? X minus 3 and x plus 1. So when you do this one, so you can see here, this one you can cancel. You can simplify. So that's why the final answer will be, equals to, left over is what? X times by x plus 3 over x plus 1. So let's check which one is matched. X plus 3. Okay, this one here. This one's a match. Okay, so that's why D is the answer. One more thing. Why here they said x is greater than 3? Because why we should that? Because what here the x cannot be 3. X equals 3, the denominator equals 0. It's not valid. Okay, so that's why this one number 8 we got a choice as D here. Okay, let's move on. Go to number 9 now here. Let's look at number 9 question here. Number 9. Number 9 is here. All right. Number 9, they have an x minus 6 squared plus this one, y plus 5 squared equals 16. They said in the xy plane, the graph of the equation above is a circle. And the point P is on the circle and has coordinates of 10, negative 5. If PQ is diameter of the circle, what is the coordinate of the Q, right? So remember we have from the standard form of the circle equation, we know that the center of this one will be what? Center of the circle will be what? 6 and -5. Okay? That's because the standard form of the circle will be what? X minus h squared and plus y minus k squared equals to what? R squared. And here the center will be what? H and K. Okay? And then the radius is R. Okay, the radius is R. So this is the basic thing about the standard form of the equation for the circle. So from there we can see x coordinate of the circle is 6 and the y coordinate of the center is -5. Okay? This is -5 here. Now, so if, and then we know here for this question the r must be equals to 4, right? Because square root of the 16 from here, you get a y equals, a radius is 4, all right? So now from here, okay, let's see here. Let me draw the graph here to illustrate what's the idea here, okay? So for this equation for number 9 here, you have the radius is 4 and the center is 6 and -5. So you go by 6. So you can go by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and what? This is a 6 and -5. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is -5 here. So the center is right here for the circle. This is the center. And then they told you that the point P, for this question here, they told you that the P is at what? Here. Like this one here. The P is what? 10, -5. So you go by 10, so I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So suppose this is a 10 here. And this is the x coordinates, and this is the y. Make it nice here, okay? Now, this center is, the point P is at 10, -5. So 10, -5 is here. So 10, -5 is here. So this one will be the P. And then the radius from the center to the circle point here is 4 units. And they told you that PQ, for this one here, they have what? The PQ is the diameter of the circle. So diameter must be passing through the radius, right? So you can go on this side. So this side here. Okay? So that point should be on this side. So that's about what? So the 4 units to the right is 10. 4 units to the left here is what? Here must be 2. So the x coordinate is 2, and the y coordinate is still -5. So that's why the Q is, you can find that the Q equals what? 2 and -5. That's why the answer for this question is A for number 9. Of course, you can do the other way. You can set the point Q, the x coordinate and y coordinate is x and y for the Q. Okay? So we need to determine the x coordinate of the Q. How do you do that? Because the center is the middle point. Middle point, so x coordinate is 6. So I'm going to use the formula, okay? So x middle point will be equal to what? x1 plus x2 over 2. And then the middle point we know is 6. and then x1 is, which is 10, right? That's the point of p, x coordinates, and the plus x2, which is the cube, divided by 2. All right, so that's why if you solve this equation, you get a, this is actually the x cube, okay? I put the q here easier for you. So this is the p, like this. So x cube coordinates will be equals to what? 2. Of course, the y coordinates, since this is a horizontal line, so y coordinates are always -5. So that's why. Or you can go like this one, y middle point and y coordinates equals what? Y p plus y cube and divided by 2, right? So that will be equals to yp will be -5. And the yq, we don't know. That's yq divided by 2 will be equals to y middle. Y middle is -5. Okay? So from there, you can solve it out. Yeah, put the work here, okay? That will be y equals to -10 plus 5 is still -5. So that's why you can use the algebra methods to find out the same answer as what A is the choice. Or you can, based on the graph here, you can see the q must be on this side here, which is negative.